everyday carry. These are some of the items I carry every day, which I like to keep minimal and slim. And there are a few items which are not in my daily carry, but I will take with me on those slightly longer days out. So let's start with watches. This is my Victorinox Chrono Classic watch. When I'm at home, I don't tend to wear watches, but when I'm out and about, this is my go-to watch. And after 2 battery replacements and a few watch strap changes, and 11 years later, this thing is still going. And what I love about this watch is not only is it style, which can be worn casually or for more formal occasions, I think it still looks good in today's standards. I also love its durability. Still works, doesn't have a single scratch on the glass watch face, and trust me, I've knocked this around a few times, purely accidental, not intentionally, and miraculously it always appears unscathed. And that's all thanks to that sapphire crystal. You can see a few scuff marks around the casing here and there, but nothing on the glass. There's nothing more upsetting than getting a scratched watch. And after having a watch like this, I don't think I can go back to anything else. So if you're looking for a watch that can withstand the scratches, look for one that has a sapphire crystal. So with keys, I like to keep them organized, and I have the Orbit key organizer. I like how it prevents your keys from jangling around, just keeps it nice, neat and simple in this simple profile. And as you can see, it's a bit worn down. I think this is the canvas one. I think it might be time for a renewal. I also have this multi-tool bottle opener. It's plain safe, been on through airport security, no problems at all. And I also have attached to the keys an Apple tag. And this is the Belkin Apple tag holder. Not too expensive and holds the tag in place. And I also like to carry a mini torch with me. This one is from Olight. It is USB-C chargeable. Has 2 bright modes, one for a sort of low dim light and one for a high beam mode. And they're all attached to these night eyes hooks that I use. These are sort of like carabiners, and you can hook them or attach things. And it has a locking mechanism, so things can't come out accidentally. And I like these hooks because, for instance, I have them on my car keys, and for those days when I'm taking the car out, I can just hook it onto the Orbit key holder, and for those days I don't need the car key, I can just pull them out if I can get them out, and then I just have house keys with me. And for my daily smartphone, of course, is the iPhone 15 Pro in titanium. I've covered this in quite a few videos. Great phone, great camera. I have this transparent MagSafe case. I thought, hey, why not get a see-through case so at least you can see the titanium finish come through. The case is okay. So far it's protected the camera lens area and the phone in general, so it's doing its job. It's a tad slippery and maybe a bit too fingerprinty, more than I'd like, but it does the job. And since we're talking about Apple, I'm still rocking the AirPods Pro 1st gen. Haven't upgraded to the 2nd gen because these haven't died yet. Actually, that's a bit of a lie. About last year, I started to hear hissing in one of the earbuds. Didn't think of it too much, but long story short, took them to the Apple store and they replaced them immediately. Only the buds though, not the case. Now, Apple did take them to the back of the store and ran some tests and verified there was a fault. But I want to touch on Apple pricing and product and service because these are not cheap. I know people say prices are extortion, I agree, but in situations like this, when you have a genuine issue with an Apple product, Apple would try to do its best to rectify the situation. In this case, they replaced them, and my AirPods were out of warranty, so technically Apple didn't have to do that. And I guess you might say this is part of the price you pay for the Apple product or service. I'm not justifying, just my experience and observations of it. Now for wallets, I have 2 depending on the situation where I'm going. I have the Apple MagSafe wallet. This is the leather version, which I got way back with the iPhone 13 mini. So glad I did because you can't get these anymore, and these tend to be a bit more long wearing compared to the new woven case ones. And for those times I need to carry a few more cards with me, I have this Calvin Klein Slim wallet. You can fit up to 4 cards. It has a pocket in the center to fit some notes and small change. Although once you have some cards in, it's not so easy to access that inside pocket. And I'm not a huge fan of the logo. I like things a bit more subtle, but I do like the fact that it's very slim and very compact. Now, depending on where I'm going for short or longer trips, I'll bring a battery bank with me. And I've got 3. I usually grab whichever one is fully charged. This one is the Anker MagSafe 5000 milliamp capacity, probably the most convenient because you don't have to worry about carrying your cable with you. I also picked up the Charge. This is a 10,000 milliamp capacity, so a bit more capacity, as USB-C as well as USB-A, and you've got a indicator to let you know how much battery capacity has left. I also recently picked up the Anker Nano. There's a few things I like about this one. Also 10,000 milliamp capacity. It has a cable attached to it so you can charge your phone directly, and you can charge the battery bank as well. And you can also use it as a little lanyard hook or carrier. It's got a USB-C and USB-A port, as well as an indicator to let you know how much battery charge or how long it's going to take you to charge your battery. And this is one of my favorite. I don't carry this with me all the time, but I'll throw this in. And this is the Myu Mini Plus. It's not always in my everyday carry, but for those longer trips, and you know there's going to be some waiting time, this passes the time very quickly. This is a retro emulator, and you can play classic Game Boy, Nintendo, or PS1 games. Great fun, great sense of nostalgia, brings back good memories of certain favorite game titles. I installed Onion OS, highly recommend it. I'll leave a link in the description down below. Some of the useful features are it allows you to switch games and resume where you left off without having to save the game explicitly. It has multiple themes and really good addition to the handheld console. And it's got very good instructions on the website just to let you know how to install and upgrade for anyone to follow. And that covers my everyday carry. In terms of bags though, I did recently pick up the Gomatic 18-litre backpack. I'll probably do a review of this when I start testing it out, so be sure to check that out when that comes out. And I'll see you on the next one.